Is it safe to use hair dye without a developer?
Hello everyone. Today we're going to delve into an intriguing question, one that is often asked in the world of hair care. Is it safe to use hair dye without a developer? Hair dye and developer usually go hand in hand, but what happens when you skip the developer? Let's find out.
What is a hair dye developer?
A hair dye developer is a crucial component of the hair dyeing process. It's a type of peroxide solution that activates the hair dye and helps it penetrate the hair shaft. This process allows the color molecules to bond with your hair, thereby effectively changing its color.
What happens if you use hair dye without a developer?
If you use hair dye without a developer, the results could be unpredictable. Since the developer is what activates the hair dye, without it, the dye may not effectively penetrate the hair shaft, leading to a color that's not as vibrant, doesn't last as long, or doesn't show up at all.
Is it safe to use hair dye without a developer?
As for safety, using hair dye without a developer is generally safe because you're removing a potentially damaging ingredient from the process. Developers, especially in high volumes, can be harmful to the hair and may cause damage and dryness. However, safety doesn't necessarily mean effectiveness. Without a developer, you might not get the color results you're aiming for, and your color may not last as long.
When can you skip the developer?
There are certain situations where you can skip the developer. For instance, semi-permanent and temporary hair dyes often don't require a developer because they're designed to simply coat the hair shaft instead of penetrating it. They're a great option for those wanting to experiment with color without causing potential damage to their hair. In conclusion, using hair dye without a developer is safe but may not give you the desired or lasting results. For the best results, it's recommended to use hair dye as instructed by the manufacturer, which usually involves mixing it with a developer. However, if you want to avoid possible hair damage or simply want a short-term color change, consider using semi-permanent or temporary hair dyes that don't require a developer. As always, it's essential to conduct a patch test before using any hair dye products. We hope you found this video informative and helpful.